Hello, my name is Corey Niles, and I am the author of What Remains, which is a horror novel that's forthcoming from Crystal Lake Publishing. It'll be out this August, and today I just wanted to read you a little bit from the first part. So, this is part one, entitled Before. The farm is lost in the juxtaposition of desperate abandonment and stubborn existence that infects so much of the world on the verge of the white. Within another day, the yellow farmhouse, red barn, overgrown yard, and rotting silo will be consumed by the billowing wall of clouds from which no one and nothing has ever returned. Sebastian and I will be gone by then. We're going to survive. I hit the brakes, and the Kawasaki Falcon bounces to a stop on the gravel road in front of the house. Sebastian grips me a little tighter. I hate how much it reminds me of before, of when more than an uneven road brought his body close to mine. I stop the train of thought there. What happened before the white isn't important now. We'll deal with it on the other side of this mess. I put my feet down, and he steps off the bike. He hands me the rifle without a second glance. Tucking his overgrown hair behind his ears, he brings the binoculars up to his eyes to get a better look at the farm. It casts even more of a shadow on his sunken cheeks. The road and the sporadic food along the way have hardened his boyish features. I strap the rifle over my shoulder and walk the bike to the cornfield across the road to stash it among the dried husks. The place looks abandoned, but the owner or a passerby could still be waiting to shoot us to Kingdom Come, or steal what little food and gasoline we have secured to the bike, or worse. Back on the road, I take the rifle in my hands and squeeze the barrel to stop it from shaking. Like Sebastian and my views on gun control, my anti-anxiety medication didn't last long in the face of the white, and all the insanity that erupted in its wake. No one cares about filling medications when the world is ending. You okay? Sebastian asks, in a perfunctory manner that we both know is out of obligation. It stings worse than silence. I'm fine, I say, a little too sharp. In an attempt to smooth things over, I add, this place looks like it could be on the cover of some rustic home journal, one all water stained in a doctor's office. Yeah, he sounds tired. He brings the binoculars away from his face and lets them hang from the band around his neck. Then he removes the machete from the sheath that's secured to his belt. We found it back in Pennsylvania, and he thankfully hasn't had a reason to use it yet. Well, I don't see any obvious red flags. Looks empty. We should get to it then. I take a deep breath, reminding myself that we've made it this far, and we will continue to make it. We're just going to get some supplies and move on, no different than the dozen places before it. Plus, these back roads are safer. That's why we're taking them. Even if someone's here, they'll probably just tell us to leave before they'd waste the bullets on two scrawny 20-something men, right? I try to ignore the urge to vomit. The sewing pin in my pocket calls to me. A jab in my thigh and the pain would pull me out of the choose your own demise adventure book that is drafting itself in my mind. But there's no way I can get the pin now without lowering the gun and alerting Sebastian. I steel myself and head up the sidewalk. Sebastian surveys everything behind us. I focus on the house. The sheer curtain on the first and second floors reveal no lookouts. I check the stairs and front porch for tripwires, hoping to spot them in the afternoon light before we're ensnared or blown to bits. Nothing. A window pane in the front door, however, is broken. Other vultures made it to this body before us. If we're lucky, they're long gone and didn't pick the bones clean. I try the doorknob, unlocked. I push it open, surprised it doesn't expel an eerie creak. Not that the house needs it. Shrouded in darkness beyond a rectangle of light from the front door, the place is creepy enough in its own right. I step inside to the left and will my eyes to adjust to the darkness. Something glints across the room. I point the rifle at it before recognizing it for what it is, the glass of a picture frame on a wall reflecting the sun. It's of a middle-aged couple with a husky teenage boy and a small girl with knee-length hair who can't be older than 6 or 7. I push thoughts of what became of the family away. A quaint living room comes into view. A couch covered in plastic sits between two intricately carved wooden end tables. No one appears to be crouching around the furniture to ambush us. Across the room behind me, a wooden entertainment stand holds more pictures of the family, knickknacks, and a clunky square TV. I turn back to Sebastian, who stands in the doorway. He holds the machete out in front of him like a lightsaber. He starts toward the dark hallway to the right, where the rest of the house is waiting for us. I spot a light switch on the wall at the start of the hallway. I can't help trying it. I flip the switch back and forth. Click, 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 click. We both have flashlights, but I was hoping, despite reason, that farther south, with a little more distance between us and the white, some semblance of old delicacies like power might remain. I don't realize I'm still flipping the switch until Sebastian lays a hand on mine and shushes me. I bite back the impulse to spout some cutting remark about being sorry for hoping for some luck. He's right, we need to listen for anyone else in the house. He takes out his flashlight and points it down the hall, revealing a faded yellow fridge in what must be the kitchen. I begrudgingly take out my flashlight and, holding it close to the barrel, follow behind him. Alrighty. Well, that is a little bit from the beginning of What Remains. Again, that is forthcoming from Crystal Lake Publishing and will be out this August. If you enjoyed what you heard today, I appreciate it if you check it out. Thank you. Bye.